Good morning, everybody. So it's summer vacation and we're in Delaware. Today we drove over to Milton, Delaware. About 2 years ago, I had kayaked the Broadkill River with my daughter. We absolutely loved it. So my husband and I are here at the Milton Memorial Park. There is a little bit of parking there. And then this is where they run a miniature train in the summer. It's really cute. You've got this beautiful playground for kids. You've got a little dock here, and this is where we're gonna launch. And then the plan is that I'm going to show you this here. So we're here at the Milton Memorial Park and we're going to kayak to the Edward H. McCabe Preserve. I've got a video on this if you're interested. Really nice hiking. You want to kayak here because this is a river. You've got to pay attention to the tides. So we're going to paddle on the outgoing tide to make it a little bit easier. But keep that in mind that sometimes it may be difficult to get back, and you really want to look closely at the tide chart when you're traveling somewhere with tidal zones and current and things like that, like a river. So it's really interesting as you're paddling and you're looking straight ahead, you can see just actually fish jumping out of the water. And you can kind of just see the little splash and then the circle that it makes on the water when they go back in. It's pretty cool. And we're in low tide right now, so a lot of the trees and things, you can kind of see like that muck or that water level, that the water level is down with the tide right now. But it's a really beautiful spot to paddle. Kind of hear the call of the red-winged blackbird and lots of pretty bird sounds in the morning, and you don't really hear any road noise or anything like that as you're kayaking through here. So straight ahead there is a beautiful heron and it's fishing off this log. So let's see if we can get a little bit closer before it flies away. And that's just one of the coolest things about being out here in a kayak, is being able to observe wildlife in a way that you normally wouldn't get to do from the shoreline. So today my husband is in the Tucktec Pro and I'm in the Junior model. We also have the Bowtail Ultralight model, and then we have two of the 2022 edition. There are green ones. They still work perfect. I just tend not to use them because the seat is so uncomfortable in those models, and in the Pro and the Junior they've really perfected the seat. So these are kind of like our go-to. I like the Pro the best because of the footrest, but when my husband wants to come along with me, I'm happy to give him the good kayak because he's taller than me. He's going, aw. He's a lot taller than me, so he really needs the extra room, and I'm only 5'3", so I fit really nicely in the Junior model. So this might be for duck hunting, the way it's camouflaged. And then you can see you've got a little bench and stuff that people would wade inside here. But it camouflages in pretty nicely. I was taking pictures of the great blue heron. We look up and a bald eagle flew overhead, and of course wasn't quick enough to get it, but just kind of flew along the river and out into the tree line. So that's pretty neat. I know in this section of Delaware you really do see bald eagles quite often. I see them a good bit in Pennsylvania too. But I'm in a more populated section of Pennsylvania, kind of near the Philadelphia area, So I would say that I see them less in Pennsylvania because of just that I'm located closer to the city and things like that. So one of the things you have to be aware of is when you kayak in a river and when you kayak somewhere that the tide changes, you really want to be careful for debris. There's definitely a lot of logs and things sticking out in the water, and the Tucktec's are really tough. You can hit into things and be fine, but you just want to make sure that you don't get yourself stuck on something like that. So it's just always a good idea to keep an extra eye out and be mindful. I can see up here somebody, it looks like they might have marked one of the stumps with a pool noodle, which is really helpful. This is just nice, easy paddling, really calm water, lots of wildlife. Like I said, you can see fish jumping out of the river. Really a beautiful place. So if you remember, I was talking about kind of the tidal changes, and like I was saying, on trees, on debris and things by the side of the river, you can see how high the water level gets during high tide. We're at low tide right now, and that kind of like mud water line on the trees lets you know what it's going to be like at high tide. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know my husband didn't really like to go kayaking, and that kind of changed. So he's been coming kayaking with me a lot more, and I really love it, especially this summer. Both our kids are working summer jobs, so because they wanted to, not because we asked them to. They wanted to work summer jobs, so they're just a little bit busier than usual, and my husband's been adventuring with me. It's been really wonderful. It's always nice to have someone along with you. We have a really good time out here together. Okay, so at this point we can see the Edwin McCabe Preserve up there. So if you ever wanted to do a situation where you kayak and then get out and hike a little bit, they have a boat dock there that you can use, so that's an option. You can also start your paddle from the McCabe Preserve, but that would be very difficult because you would have to carry your kayak through woods to get to the boat launch. So that's just not as feasible. I would recommend starting from the Milton Park like we did. It's just really, in my opinion, perfect conditions. The park has lots of nice free parking. You have the playground there, there are porta potties, there's the boat launch. It makes it just a very nice experience. And like I said, check the tides. If you want to see more kayaking videos, I have a whole playlist about Tucktec. I'm an open book, ask me all kinds of questions. I'm also a Tucktec affiliate, so they give me a 10% off coupon for my viewers, so I'll have that in the video description if you're interested. And as a small content creator, when you buy through my affiliate links, it really helps support my channel. It helps fund me to go on these different adventures and take you along with me. So thank you to all the people who bought Tucktec kayaks from me. I really appreciate it, buying through my affiliate link. So thanks so much for coming with me today, guys. Have a great day. See